He's rebaiting these as we pull, and they're going to go right back in.
Looking for eggs, quick.
Looking for eggs? If they got eggs, they're going right back in. Very nice. And back out goes the trap. Here we go, another one. Pull it up, they check for the lobster, they check the different sizes on them, making sure that they're legal and they don't have eggs. If they have, even if they've got eggs on them, right back in they go. And then in the back of the boat, we'll show that in a minute, he rebaits these traps, sets them right back down in there. You see on the ropes, there's a bunch of traps hooked to the main rope that's coming in. And here comes another one. That one come up empty. We're going to rebait it. Retrapped. Shut it back down. Close the top back up. We'll show that when we get off the boat there a little bit later on and just how these traps do work. And here comes another one. Nice. Now what we're doing is we're resetting the traps, and you look over to the right or to the left there. There they go. Back into the water they go, and then we've got our markers out there, our buoys. And on this string there was 10 traps. And you got nice lobsters on. Some of them had eggs. We're going to show one. They went right back in, but we will show you. Look at this. That's why we dropped the tailgate. Yeah! I love lobster business. Look at this. Cap said there's usually 10 and 15 traps to a string, and out they go. Now, and it was kind of cool. They pulled the trap up, put it down, pulled the lobster out, checked them. Once went back, some were keepers. They rebaited the traps, and now the string is going back out. Very nice. And it is beautiful in here. Absolutely beautiful. Can't once more take a look at them cliffs there. This is a beautiful island of Martha's Vineyard. I mean, look at the lighthouse up there. I don't know if the camera can see that lighthouse, but this is beautiful. What a life. What a life. Very nice.
Very shallow right here.
Very shallow. We're at about 21 feet of water right here, according to the chart. Very nice. Off to the next string. Now check this out. It's an egger. Calls it an egger. Now this is actually the keeper lobster, but this baby's going right back out because as you can see down here, get a real close up. This lobster is full of eggs. And from what I was just told, Captain, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but these eggs will be here for 7 months before she drops. And then these guys will start being little lobsters running around down the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. How can you beat that? So I'm going to get her right back in. Captain said this lobster probably has been pulled on his trap 15 to 25 times, and he just keeps throwing her back because she's full of eggs. I got to get her right back out there. So we're going to get Tony stacking up the bait.
Two shells, Cap.
Look at that soup.
That might finish all the nets.
Yeah, baby. And you can see where the lobsters are going in the side bed right there. That's where they get the net. Then he brings these traps around and he puts them right back into an orderly fashion. So when they get pulled back off the tailgate, they go one at a time. And there's probably 10 traps in this one too. Maybe 15 to this one. I'm not really sure. I didn't talk to Captain. All right. Now this is a male lobster, and you can tell by the size of his claw. He's got a huge clip claw right here. Okay, and the males normally have a shorter tail. And this is a new shell. It's nice and, you know, Nice. It actually feels good, this shell, Paul.
Yeah, it's
But look at the
soft.
size of that claw right there. That's how you tell the difference between the male and the female. The females have smaller claws. And the female also has a longer tail.
Has a wider tail to protect the eggs.
A wider tail to protect the eggs. And then we're going to hand this back out. He's going to fan these babies up. We'll film this through the window when I get it out there of Tony in the back putting the rubber bands on. Now he's quick. There's Tony with his tool. He's putting the bands on these things to keep these claws closed. Look at that. Stamp them and twist them. Bingo. Very nice. He looks at, hangs right on them claws, they don't get them. There's an art to it. Very nice. Out after that beautiful day of lobster, and then what are we doing now, Cap? Where are these lobster going now?
We're just separating them. We got the good ones, which are selects. These are culls, and these are the sunburn ones, we call them. They got a little bit of shell disease. Then we're going to take them up to the ramp, weigh them up, and
put them to market.
Get them in there and get them cooked.
Now that's a male. I learned that because he's got the big claw.
Yeah. It's a nice male, hard shell.
What were you talking about earlier on the back side? Something to do with that.
See this right here?
Yep.
And here's the female. See the difference? This has this hard tail here, and this has a soft one.
Very soft tail. Okay. And so that's another difference between male and female. And of course, the difference in the claws, the size.
Right, and the tails. You can see the tail's much bigger. You can see in here it has more of a shroud to protect the lobsters. I mean, protect the eggs. Whereas these don't. These males don't. Females. So when the eggs are buried in here, it protects them.
They're protected from it. And then when they lay their eggs now, I've noticed, I showed one with the eggs on it, then some half and some not, but what are they doing with the eggs down on the floor of the ocean? Are they putting them into rock banks? What are they doing?
They just once they get to, you know, different, like from a black color to like a grape color, orange, yellow, then they take off. They let them go, and then
they just release them.
And we're, you know, 99% of them get.
And then 7 years later, they're about this size.
If they're lucky.
If they're lucky.
1 in 100 chance.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
That's a good one.
How long a season do you have?
We go when you guys come in and buy them.
The season is basically, we were talking about that earlier, the season is year round. Basically you can do this year round.
You can, but
He's a softie.
you know what, we'll take him home.
We're from Connecticut, and the pesticides they used about 8 years ago, they killed off all the lobsters.
Good one.
They polluted.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge problem everywhere is the pollution.
Fertilizing the lawn.
Shelly.
Yep.
That's a big problem out there right now. All that, everything that's sprayed or oiled or whatever.
We've seen all kinds of balloons that people release on shore at their parties, floating all over the place out there.
Killing everything.
They kill everything. They get mopped up with the turtles and everything.
Turtles,
It's
seals.
I never realized that.
Turtles think they're they look like jellyfish. Tentacles. The turtles eat them. They get swallowed.
And then the turtle dies.
So many balloons out there, and they end up on the bottom when they sink, and then they end up killing everything.
What size do you measure?
I'll show you what we got.
Is it 1 3/16 or
It used to be 3 and 3/16.
3 and 3/16?
That was years ago. Now it's 3 1/4.
3 1/4.
Right there, that's the carapace.
So they've increased.
We measure them right
Right
there.
from the eyeball back to the beginning of the
If
tail.
it goes beyond this shell, then they're not legal to keep. We throw them back, but different areas have different gauges. We have a big gauge down here. Protect the juveniles, I guess.
I tell you, with the oil spill out there, I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, that's going to be an awful mess. Well, we'll put these up into the market
Yeah,
now.
if he ever hurries up, that's
And
a shelly.
That's going to basically round up our show for today. So I want to thank you, Captain Paul. Thank y'all. We'll see you again.